Guys, we just had something big happen for Bitcoin, something that has only happened 3 times in history before, and every single time this happened, we saw something big happen for Bitcoin. So guys, today I need to talk you through what this means, and also I need to talk about $4 billion worth of crypto actually at stake this week. So guys, stick around for that. We're gonna see big moves. We are going to talk about what I see for the short, for the long term, and everything in between, guys. So make sure to stick around from the beginning until the end. Welcome back, everybody. My name is Chris, bringing you cryptocurrency videos every day, teaching you how to make money in these markets. If you are new to the channel, then make sure to subscribe and activate the bell right now. And let's talk about this, guys. In yesterday's video, we were talking about us going sideways here and actually hitting a little bit of a trend line right here. So you can see that we were forming a little bit of an ascending triangle. Now we have broken down from this trend line. You can see we broke down right here, retest, textbook, continuation to the downside, almost reaching this bold orange line down at 26,430. However, didn't manage to reach all the way down here. Instead, we got the bulls stepping in before this level and starting to push up Bitcoin again. And this is why it's a little bit mixed right now, because yes, we did break down from that ascending triangle, but if you just zoom in out, you can see that we still have that trend of making higher lows here. So there's a couple of things happening and the market is a little bit indecisive. However, I do still think on the longer and medium term, bulls are still in control here. So you can see that this pump was actually pretty decent. We didn't go down all the way to the bold orange line. So that is also a signal of strength. So where's the Bitcoin price going to go right now? Well, I'm going to talk about my strategy and what I am personally doing right now for my trades. So stick around for that. However, if we zoom out here, let's go to the daily time frame. You can see that if I flip on the moving averages, you can see that we did hit the 100-day moving average right here. So you can see that we were supported on this drop right here when we went down to 26,365. We were supported right here, 26,542. So you can see that this is increasing. And in fact, in a couple of days, this is going to be at like 20, reaching towards $27,000 eventually. So let's keep an eye on this purple line, the 100-day moving average. I will keep you updated as always. However, there are big things happening on the chart. So let me show you this. So this is the weekly time frame. And what you got here is the Ishimoku cloud. So what is the Ishimoku cloud? Well, if we just go over here, you can see the Ishimoku cloud is a type of chart used in technical analysis to display support and resistance, momentum, and trend in one view. Tenkan-sen and Kijun-sen are similar to moving averages and analyzed in relationship to one another. So basically, it's an indicator using different moving averages. Now, the interesting thing is what's been happening once we go from a red Ishimoku cloud and we break through it and we go green. You can see here in 2013, we went into a massive bull market once we broke the Ishimoku cloud on the weekly time frame. Also, you can even take this one. We went red. However, we went red here. Once we broke it, boom, we did see a pump for Bitcoin. Pretty decent pump right here. You can see the same thing here, went into the bear market, broke the Ishimoku cloud right here, green, massive bull market for Bitcoin. Also, this is an interesting one. We broke it right here. We broke from red to green on the Ishimoku cloud. However, you know that I consider the COVID crash an anomaly, and this wrecked a lot, all of the charts and all of the fractals and everything. And I think that this COVID drop is an like black swan isolated event. So this, I think if we didn't see this whole thing with the entire world melting in a couple of hours, when you saw Bitcoin see this crash, Bitcoin would have just gone sideways here and still had a bull market. So yes, in this instance, we did see a big pump at the Ishimoku cloud, and then we had a big drop. However, you can see that we continue to go to the upside here. We saw a massive bull market for Bitcoin. Now, if we look at where we are at right now, you can see that we just broke the Ishimoku cloud right here from red to green. So does this mean that we're going to see the same thing as we've been seeing previously, massive bull market? Well, this is something you have to decide for yourself. I do think that we are in a bull market. I do think that in general, Bitcoin is going to trend up. So you already know what I think. However, this is something to pay attention to. What do you think? Let me know down in the comment section. So let's jump back to the Bitcoin chart here. Just like I said, you do have the support levels at 26,428, 27,200. If we manage to break through this red orange line, you do have 27,400, you have 27,700 as big resistance. But if you look at traditional markets, you can see that we have opened up a little bit green. So this is showing some strength here in traditional markets. Maybe we're going to see another big push towards this red line right here. So we're paying attention to that. But I am losing a little bit of patience with Bitcoin. You know, with Bitcoin, I've been waiting for Bitcoin to have a decisive move. Whether it be to the up or to the downside, I'm prepared for everything because I want to clear out these positions on the bots. And if we do that, then that's fine. I have my hedge trades here, so they're going to get into a loss if we see a big pump and we clear out these positions. It's fine. These are going to make insane amounts of profit. However, I'm also prepared for it if it goes down, then it goes down to like $26,000. Let's say it goes down to $26,000, then it's going to be $2,000. Like from 26 to 28 until these positions are cleared. So at that point, I will close these bots and I will reopen them and I will, my hedge trades will be at big profit instead then. So I'm still waiting for the decisive move. We're not seeing that. And I'm going to set a deadline, guys. If we haven't seen a decisive move on Friday, then I am going to go ahead and just close these ones and I will show you my strategy. So you need to be prepared for my videos on like Thursday or so. Let's see when we see this big decisive move. But when we see it, I will take action. So you need to be prepared for that, especially if you're using these trading strategies yourself. You need to be prepared for that, but I will keep you updated. But just know that I am about to take action. And my next batch of bots, I think, are going to be super, super interesting. I'm going to spice things up a little bit. I'm going to show everything with you once that happens. But first things first, let's wait for that decisive move for Bitcoin. If we haven't seen it by Friday, then I am going to take action. I will keep you updated. So let's talk. And by the way, if you want to use these bots yourself, these trading strategies, then make sure to go to the description of this video where you can sign up for OKX, claim up to $60,000 limited. This is time limited, guys. So click on this link, sign up, click join now. And then you go up, you click on this link, taking you to the trading OKX bot trading competition. You can earn even more money. And once you have set up that OKX account, you can go to my settings. These are the cycle bots, slow bots, fast bots for Bitcoin and Ethereum. And if you cannot use OKX, use 3 commas. Trading tutorial for how to use 3 commas is at the top of the description. Now, let's talk about this. So you do have potential for a big move throughout the course of this week, basically, because on Friday, you have one of the biggest options expirations happening this year. So what you can see here is for Bitcoin, it's about 100,000 Bitcoin expiring. So that is a couple of $1 billion expiring on Friday, meaning people have been betting on the price being higher or lower than a particular price point. So they're going to try to influence the price to be at that point, not only for Bitcoin, guys, also for Ethereum. You can see one of the biggest ones right here, about, 800,000 Ethereum options expiring on Friday. Also a couple of $1 billion. So all in all, massive, massive things happening on Friday. And you can see this is the second largest options expiration we have for the rest of the year. We have a big one here also in June. So last day of June, this is the last day of, or this is actually the 26th of May. But last day of June, you have this one. This is a big one. And then you have another smaller one at the last day of September. So we're keeping an eye on these ones, guys. We know that the whales are going to try to influence the price to be at a particular point when these options expires. Now, another key thing that a lot of people are wondering about is, what's the big deal with the debt ceiling? What is the problem? Well, the debt ceiling crisis is actually something that's been going on for a while right now, and it's reaching a critical point right now. So you can see that the balance the US government basically has is at about like $57 billion. Now, if they raise the debt ceiling, so they're going to raise the debt ceiling definitely, but when they raise it, they need to issue bonds. So the US government need to issue bonds, which some different entities are going to buy. The problem is the interest rates. So these are the bonds, interest rates right now, and the higher the interest rates for shorter durations, you can see the months down here. So 6 months, 1 year, you can see the interest rates are very, very high. So when the US government issues bonds that are short term, like 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, etc., you can see that it has the highest interest rate right here, meaning they will have to pay the most amount of money on that, which could just continue to escalate the problem, of course. And if you issue bonds that are longer term, so 5 years, 7 years, it has a much lower interest rate. However, the buyers of these bonds are going to be commercial banks in general. So who will be buying these bonds? They need to issue bonds that has enough buyers for that to actually work. So as you can see here, the short duration of the curve is the most liquid market in the world and serves as a bedrock for the financial system. One option that the Treasury has is to issue the vast majority of the debt at these tenors, since if they do this, it means that it could drain the 2.2 trillion in the... Never mind about this, guys. The main point is, if you look at this, you can see that you have the biggest chunk of private investors right here. So most of the buying pressure is going to come from private investors, and they tend to want to buy shorter term bonds, which has the highest interest rate. So this means that, yeah, the US government is basically going to get wrecked if they issue too much of these short-term bonds, because they will need to pay a lot of money to keep that running. So the Ponzi is still running, guys. Things are still, going according to this whole financial system. Like this was all rigged from the start, and this is what's been going on. So we will see, guys. But the main thing is that they are going to raise the debt ceiling. They are going to issue bonds. They are going to print more money. And at the end, Bitcoin, crypto assets in general are going to continue to the upside. Now, finally, one big thing that is concerning the users of Hotbit. I know a lot of people, at least like a couple of years ago, used to use Hotbit. They are shutting down. So if you have funds on Hotbit, make sure to withdraw that as soon as possible. Guys, that's what I got for you today. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.